Okay, hi everybody. Thanks for joining me. So I wanted to uh, bring forth a new program and called the Pure Life Infusion series. And so my friend Bob now wanted to join me and ask me some questions about that she thought would be really good for people to hear and to know.
Hi, everyone. I've known Marianne for a while, and she's come up with this brand new program that I am very excited about. But I do have some questions about it because I get to understand the purpose of this program and how it can impact my life. So, my first question is how did this come about? What is Pure Life Infusion?
So yeah, very nice. So basically, Pure Life Infusions is a series of weekly meditations that we do for a month. So there's four, maybe sometimes four meditations, and it's about bringing in that essence of the purity of life and really infusing people with that, so that they get filled up with that. And the reason for that is what I found for myself in the time that I've been doing my work, which I've been doing this work for about 25 years now. And
Mhm.
what I've noticed for myself in on my journey, in my awakening journey, as well as is working with people, is there's just this feeling of no reference point to what is that. I mean, we keep clearing stuff and we keep feeling like we're in a better place, and that's very true. But then there isn't that deeper reference point of the pure essence of life, the pure essence of who I am, because it goes so far back. It goes back for eons, and so much has been piled up on top of that. That how do I recognize it? Is kind of the question. So this kind of came about. This kind of popped in. I kind of got the nudge. It's like, okay, you need to do this for people. So I'm stepping forward with this.
So it sounds like it gives me a roadmap of sorts and tells me what to expect, um, or what my pure essence would feel like. I would get acquainted with that feeling if I do this program. Does that sound right?
Yeah, definitely. There's different levels of it. So that's
Okay.
like just the first piece, basically, is getting that sense of that pure essence and what that is just by itself.
Okay.
And then coming into form and coming into physical life and coming into the pure state of life, because some people are, we could say, more pure, but then you come into this life that's just kind of all over the place. and
Hmm.
and so it's a reference point also for what the pure life is and what it's like. So it's helping to build that foundation, and it's establish that inner foundation for that, for that feeling, for that knowingness
Okay.
inside.
So I'm curious, what gifts did you have to develop, and what talents, innate talents, do you have to come up with such an amazing program?
Well, there's always kind of those the usual for doing this kind of work, of being able to tune in to people, to their patterns, and I have a pretty vast background, because I started more in the energy field. I started in the energy field and then moved into the frequency, and they overlap, so it's not like one or the other. But
Okay.
um, and in the course of doing my work, of course, my skills, my abilities of tapping into the unknown, or the unseen, I should say, the non-physical, getting that
Hmm.
information and bringing that through, so has come and developed and grown and strengthened. But there's also this piece that I know is definitely one of my gifts, that I bring forth in existence, is this connection to purity, and just this that's kind of the best way I can say it. I mean, I've found that from the time that I opened up to this work, even just exploring it and knowing what it is, and starting to learn it, there's something that's always happened for me, is when I step into that place of the work, 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 the session, whether it's individual or group,
Mm-hmm.
that I just step into this place, and there's
Right.
that connection to purity, which is there, which is and comes through, and that's one of my gifts.
That's beautiful. I mean, I really wish I had that all day long, but hopefully with this program, we'll get closer.
Yeah,
So
absolutely, yeah.
yeah, and some of for somebody just starting this, what are some of the benefits? I mean, I'm sure there's many because you've already described what the program is, but what are some of the tangible benefits they can experience as they go through this program?
Yeah, so some of the benefits will depend on what level the person is at.
Okay.
Like some of the people who are more kind of what I'm going to call more beginners, or maybe less involved with their on their awakening journey. What people have commented and said is that they really notice that there's this lessening of anxiety, of stress,
Okay.
frustration, of that sense of
Yeah.
disconnection, which has been
Right.
really big lately for people,
Over the last two
um,
years, yes.
especially. But
Yes.
we keep going more and more into this. But
Yeah.
the sense of feeling more at peace and more at one with oneself and with
Oh,
existence.
wow.
Some of the more advanced people in the groups have talked about, just feeling uh, really more deeply aligned with their essence, with their highest essence, and also there's just that continuing benefits of clearing out very old and deep patterns, because
Mhm.
the ply series is really takes people to back. It's almost like going back to the beginning of time kind of thing, and so
Beautiful.
that clears out some really deep patterns as it infuses the person with that purity internally.
So, so as I'm doing this program, for example, and let's say I finished a call with you, and there's another call, but between today's call and the next call in a week, what do I do to sustain the
Mm,
momentum? Because this seems like it's
yeah.
going to go really high and then I'll fall back down.
Well, there's always kind of a pulling back, so not necessarily a falling down, but just a pulling back, because we kind of expand and we kind of
Yeah.
like, okay, and then there's kind of like a coming back into, especially when we're in a group, then we could really expand out and coming back, but it won't be a
Mhm.
really falling back to where you were
Okay.
before, because the person the whole group gets infused, and so really gets taken deeply into that, of soaking that essence in. Um, there are replays. So the one of the things that people could
Mm.
do is use the replays to revisit, to help reinforce that sense. And also how I run my sessions with people in group sessions, of helping them to really anchor that in with into their awareness and their connection to the physical level, because that's really important.
Mhm.
It's so many programs, it's like you're in the meditation and you're in that space, and then you step out of that space. So
Yeah.
the integration
Okay.
of the two, so that's part of the program too.
Oh, that was my top concern because sometimes I don't know how to maintain my stability and to be grounded. So I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah.
And I guess my last question, because I'm definitely joining, is what is the structure of this program? So you said it's once a week in a group setting. How big are these groups, and what do I have to keep in mind before I join the program? Is there any preparation required?
Yeah, so preparation. So these are weekly sessions, and it's only a half hour commitment once a week, and then you have the replay,
Okay.
so you can go back to the replay. So, but in that half hour, there's a lot that happens. um, but there was another piece. I can't remember. You ask a question, and I can't remember. That just
Oh,
totally
I
skipped my
asked
mind.
about if there's any preparation
Oh
required
yes, yeah,
before.
yeah.
Yeah.
So preparation, really no preparation. I think what I would suggest is, before coming on the call, like just even if it's only 5 minutes before coming in the call, is really getting into that deep place, getting into more settled, more calm, doing spatial referencing for those who are familiar with that, really coming into the present moment, basically,
Okay.
and coming into the breath, noticing the breath, and just getting into that calmer state. So that's really the only big preparation to do. I
Yeah.
mean, some of the more advanced students will know more what to do, but for those who are just starting out, that's good enough. And then as you go, you'll get a deeper sense of doing that and being in that place for yourself.
That's great. I really can't wait to join. It sounds so simple, and that's exactly what I need right now. I need to make my life simpler, and this seems like it's going to help out a lot.
Yeah, and this is another thing I want to say is that this fits in with any other program.
Yeah.
So it's not this program or something else. You will benefit in the other programs by doing this. So
Yeah.
it's in conjunction with whatever else you're doing.
Okay.
This program in particular is about building that foundation, that baseline. It's like if you've been on a really long journey and maybe in the desert, but maybe not in the desert, but you don't have that water with you. And then
Mm.
after a really long time, so you get really parched and dehydrated, and
Yeah.
then you find yourself next to the stream. And so it's about drinking and filling
Yeah.
yourself up and nourishing yourself. So that's what this program is really about.
So it's very nutritious than the
Yes.
frequencies, right? And it
Yes.
also seems to me that I could do this in the morning when I woke up, every morning if I wake up a little bit earlier,
Could
and
be, yeah.
maybe it'll give me a nice start to the day.
Yeah, and people find a lot of different ways of using that, whether it's like you said at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, or
Hmm.
whenever they just kind of want, okay, a little boost there, and a little boost in terms of the reference point
Right.
because they get so inundated with all the craziness of life,
Yes.
and good craziness as well as bad, but and you just need that. Okay, let me come back to that reference point. It's always there, but it's a question of how in the forefront of our minds it is.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Wow, that's just beautiful. I can't wait to get started. Thanks so much for having this chat with me today.
Yeah, and I'll just say, if anybody who's watching this is interested, you can go to the website unboundedandfree.com, and on the services page, you can find information on Ply. You can also email us directly at customer singular. It's you, the customer, at unboundedandfree.com to say, yeah, sign me up. I want to kind of join in the next group starting in first week of December. And I think there was something else I needed to say, and I can't remember. So yeah, so just feel free, and oh yeah, I know. Also, there's going to be I'm going to post on YouTube and on Facebook just a little short clip, about 5 minutes long, for people to really get a feel for that, to get a sense, because you can hear me talk about it, but it's the experiential, which is the whole point of this program. It's the experiential. It's not the information, the knowledge. It's about really experiencing it. So I'll be posting a little clip, short clip on that. So
Oh,
watch
that's great.
yeah, on
So
both YouTube and Facebook. So you
is
can
that more
kind of
like a
get there.
sample?
Yep, yep. It's
Oh,
going to be like
wow. That's
a
amazing.
short,
Okay.
yeah, a short five
Yeah.
minute sample taking somebody
Oh,
through the
wow. That's
process.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, so just a quick, a quick sampler to see what it's
Yeah.
like, what it's going to be like, and then the sessions are going to be, of course, much more expanded and much more in depth, but a little flavor.
That's amazing. And I just want to tell everyone that's watching this that Marianne's work is extremely pure. And in fact, I just had a session yesterday and she really helped me at the physical level because I was struggling. And, if you've not done any of Marianne's work, really just give it a try. It's so worth it. It's life changing.
Thank you, Bhavna. Thank you for that. I love doing my work.
Yeah.
It's for me, it's the purest expression of my spirit.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to be doing it and supporting anyone on this awakening journey and who wants to just come into more fullness of themselves and have more fullness in their life.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing what you do. It's amazing.
Yes, and thank you for your brilliance too. Thank you. So thanks everybody for watching. And if you have it, if you want more information, just let me know, and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you too. Bye.